And I am Liam Third Eye.
And
this is Unmuted.
And Unmuted is about, bringing together music as lifestyle. We come talk about music, how it influences our decisions, tell stories. We're gonna be introducing you to some artists, both these days artists and artists of back in the days, where millennials and Gen Z, kind of artists and the likes. And there's a whole lot for music lovers, and trust me, you're gonna enjoy it.
We're definitely going to enjoy it. So Unmuted is basically a platform where we don't just talk about music, but we also try to shed some light on the past legends that paved the way for the artists of today. And you're going to be seeing a whole lot of that. So stay tuned, stay connected, and keep watching.
All right. So Liam, have you ever thought to wonder, like, I feel personally that the music of these days is quite different from music of those days.
Way different.
I just feel like Gen Z's music is quite different from millennials' music, because I've been seeing a lot of videos online where, like, okay, doing this banter, Gen Z's versus millennial music. And truly, it's actually interesting, because while millennial music made sense back in the day, sometimes this Gen Z's music, you just want to vibe and forget about our stories, especially in Nigeria, where
very important point, especially in Nigeria, where we are going through a whole lot of beautiful things in this country. So we just want to vibe, have fun, and just forget about whatever it is that is going on.
Exactly.
But then music of then, or back in the day, stories were told, structures were laid, and you don't just listen to the music, you get to see a glimpse of the artist's life and where that artist is coming from.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So music of then and now is quite different, but at the same time, we get to ask the question, is it better then or better now?
Okay, so speaking of if it's better then or better now, there was a day I posted something on my timeline, and this is not music, but it's actually they go and
I saw it, but please go ahead.
And it's that show back then was something that we were all looking forward to watching on TV, and it used to unite enemies. The same way songs used to unite enemies when there are like new dance steps and co. And then it actually made our childhood really interesting.
We had patience then.
Exactly.
I mean, you had to wait a whole week to watch the next episode. It's like waiting to go for mass because then I was a Catholic, so it was like waiting to go for mass or at the weekend.
So you be church boy.
I was a church boy. Like you say, talk I be church boy now. Now you know what they talk. But back then you had to wait for a whole week. And for instance, if they should repeat an episode, you almost lose your mind, because you waited 7 days to see something new, but now we have this instant, it's like instant noodles comedy in music. You just you click on this and you already have it, but then you had to wait and be patient and anticipate and all of that.
Do you also remember when AIT was a big deal back then?
Ooh.
I remember I was in secondary school. There's this show that I don't like to miss, a music show. I will rush from school. It used to air around 1 p.m. And I want to make sure that I'm listening to Style Plus. So and then when we get to school the next day, we are discussing, this guy is our crush.
The discussion is like, all about the show.
It's always very interesting. Same thing with when Yahooze music came up, like the whole dance step, and everybody in school, everybody who can dance it better. So it actually made our childhood. But then again, do you realize that for different generations, they have different experiences? The same way we're saying we enjoy music of our time, our parents, they'll say they enjoyed music of their own time. So it comes with the seasons and generations as well.
Which also speaks about the dynamics of music. No matter the generation, no matter the era, no matter the time, music evolves to fit what that generation needs.
True.
Like music of I listen to a whole lot of rock, like rock from the 60s, the Elvis Presleys, and music from then, from the 60s are different from music of the 70s. Music of the 70s are different from the music of the 80s, and so on.
Yes.
So music has a way of no matter what the time is, no matter the era, music has a way of blending into that that situation, and you know, giving you a whole different consciousness of what used to be. And when a new one comes, you're like, oh, is this better? Or, you know, so music has that feel. And yeah, it is something we've come to love.
Yeah, just like there was a time that my uncle was listening to this Kiss from the Rose. No, back then. Yeah. Back then, so back then, like, my uncle was like, all this post music is rubbish. This is music. This is music. And if you look at it clearly, those music actually told stories. It actually told stories. And Gen Zs will not relate. Because from one particular song, you can see that there's scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. There's a progression in the story. How a guy meets a lady, how they fall in love, how they now get married, how they are now having children. It tells a story.
And there's another thing about albums of back in the day, right? It is a progression. Like track 1 leads you to track 2.
R. Kelly.
You know, there is this. It feels like the artists from back in the day, they put in so much time,
so much effort,
so much work, so much creativity into creating just a song. Talk less of an album.
Yeah.
So when they drop,
it's always a hit.
Before CD, they buy cassette. You know, you go get that, you go keep her every morning. You get. So listening to an album on its own was an experience.
I just feel like these days, as much as we have still good music, but there are some artists that they just wake up one morning and like, let me just enter studio. I wake up, I brush my teeth, gang. Oh yeah, let's go. Everybody's like,
you like it or you like it, they're gonna
and funny, you know, be vibing to it because you see it played in weddings, clubs, and we're gonna vibe.
Music is strange, right? A lot of people will say music is spiritual. Very spiritual. That's why when you listen to it, even if it doesn't make sense, and they play it over and over and over, for some
it begins to make sense.
You start to shake your head. Even if your father, your mother, you're going to shake your head, they go, you start to make sense. So yeah, that's the one thing about music, that you, as much as you hate what you don't like, you still hate it.
Made me remember when I was doing my NYSC, there's this song that was trending. At first, when we heard it, we kept laughing. It was like, what's this? At some point, we got used to it. Everyone just vibing.
You can't help but love that music. They fed us. It is our breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was.
Radio stations, TVs. You just have to. You can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it.
Because then social media wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
So you tune in, whatever radio station you tune into, at some point you're going to hear that song. Whatever TV station you tune into, at some point you're going to hear that song. So you can't help but just, you know, consume it and fall in love with it and you know, follow the trend. So yeah, that's
true.
That's part of the lifestyle.
Let's even talk about the production itself, because now we're in this tech era with a lot of AI noise and there's a lot of AI music compared to back then where there's live recording. Like, I was listening to certain AI songs on TikTok. If you notice, some of these AI songs are now trends that influencers are using on TikTok to do their videos and all that. But, you know, real music professionals listening to this AI generated music would always comment that it lacks certain depth. And there's no... I feel like it's lifeless, but many people might not understand it's just music and cool. But if you compare it with back in the days where it's mostly live recording, you see that the instrumentalists, everybody puts in so much
so much effort,
creating masterpiece.
So much effort. Like, I've never liked AI music.
Okay.
I've never liked AI movies or whatever it is called. It doesn't mean that AI does not have its role to play. It obviously does. As life progresses, things evolve. But then music is grounded, regardless of how much tech we want to bring into it. Music is grounded. Back then you make mistakes, you correct the mistakes, you learn.
Now AI is the one doing everything for
AI
you. It's actually killing creativity.
It kills your creativity. It kills your ability to learn. And learning is a part of growth. If you can't learn, you can't grow.
Exactly.
You understand? These days, I mean, let's take a Bob Marley or a Fela, for example. These dudes played multiple instruments.
True.
They could play the guitar, the piano,
True.
But now you can just wake up, type in your lyrics, and drop a copy of your voice, and it generates a sound for you.
Exactly. So that means I can just wake up one morning and say I am a musician, even when I don't know how to sing.
Even when you have no idea of what music is. So it's AI is beautiful, but bringing it into creativity is totally not welcome.
It's not.
My opinion.
For AI, like you said earlier, it has its role to play. Yeah. To me, I feel like most of these AI tools are just to refine our creative output and not be the one to be the brain.
It should assist.
Work and all that. It should assist.
It should assist, not take over the whole thing.
Not take over. But you know, the thing is, this generation or Gen Zs will not really understand what it means by putting together efforts to create a masterpiece. Because now everything is easy peasy, and we're actually in a tech.
That generation is gone. Like the generation where you have to sit down, learn, understand, and apply.
And because someone like me that really loved music right from childhood, I watch a lot of music interviews on TV and listen to some on radio. You see a musician talking about how they spend months working on one song, how it was even affecting their esteem. They had to go back and learn again. They had to do this, do that. They had to like get mentored. But now, all that.
you know, I was, for those of you that don't know, I was a rapper. I still write rap songs for people. I understand what that means. When you have writer's block. When you are thinking but you can't think.
Exactly. Some artists even hire writers for their songs.
They have ghost writers.
Exactly. Just that some of these writers, they are not recognized. But it was work back then.
AI just, you just put in a prompt and let the AI know what you want to talk about, and it writes a whole rap song for
exactly.
You. Like, what the hell? It's,
exactly.
You know, it's killing the art.
Yeah. So another thing I noticed with music of these days is I see a lot of AI creators.
Yeah.
They use popular voices like Sia, Rihanna to create AI songs, and I've been wondering, doesn't that go against, because the whole copyright thing? Because why would I, as an artist, I'll be hearing my voice somewhere and that's not my song,
and somebody else is cashing out
from it. So a whole lot is changing, and I think that we need to have a lot of music regulations. Yeah, but anyway, this is just our thoughts. What do you think, guys? Like, I know that every generation has its music, and yeah, we vibe with every music that comes out there, but do you actually see that there's a huge gap in the music industry right now, or there are like huge changes? Would really like you to, you know, participate in like engage with our videos. Let us know your thoughts. If you're music lovers, you understand that some of these things we talk about, they are actually our pain points, because honestly, as much as AI is here, we see that there's a whole lot of damage it's doing to music and artists out there. So what are your thoughts, guys? I remain Nelly.
I remain your host, Liam Third Eye. Stay unmuted and let's continue this conversation in the comment section. No dollar, no come here to play. You get.